And then I came back when I was 10, and I trained from the age of 10 to 12, 2 years, training for Billy every single day. And I played Michael, Billy's best friend, and then I played Billy Elliott for 2 years.
All right. Game of Thrones. All right, let's hear it. Game of Thrones. All right. That's been that theme song's been the music to your existence for the last 2 years, right? 3 years.
Yeah.
All right. And of course, we all know you as one of the unfortunate children, Brian, slide, one of the unfortunate children of Cersei, right? Between Joffrey, Marcella, and Tommen. At least you didn't get poisoned, right?
That's true.
Yeah. Au moins, vous avez compris, c'est un des trois enfants malheureux de Cersei, mais au moins lui, il n'était pas empoisonné. Ouais, c'est le seul truc qui est pas mal. Voilà. But what many people don't know, of course, right, or they forget, is it wasn't your first role, right?
No, I played a different character. It was season 3, a character called Martin Lannister. I think he was in about 2 episodes, and he got killed off, unfortunately. And he was actually Tommen's cousin. It worked out.
Vous avez compris, donc, il joue le cousin, donc, dans la série 3, il ressemble à 2 gouttes d'eau à celui qui joue Tommen après. Hein? Et en fait, sans savoir qu'en fait, c'était le même acteur, okay? C'était lui, c'était Dean, qui a fait les 2 rôles. And so it's not funny that the House of Lannister, right, and the House of Baratheon are so intertwined. You're living proof. All right. Les preuves ambulantes que les 2 maisons, Lannister et Baratheon, sont bien entremêlées, quoi. Voilà. And of course, from season 4, okay, you came in and you took over for another actor who was playing the character when he was very young. Tell us more about that, joining something in the middle. Was that difficult? J'ai dit que rejoindre une équipe déjà pour une série qui marche déjà, de remplacer un acteur enfant qui jouait Tommen plus jeune, est-ce que c'était compliqué?
Yeah, I think Tommen was played in the pilot in season 1, episode 1. The guy that played that was a different guy from season 2. So Tommen was actually played by 3 people. There was 3 people, including me. Yeah. So the first dude that played the pilot, and then so on. But yeah, when I died from Martin Lannister, I wasn't expecting a callback. I wasn't expecting being recast as, Tommen. It was a shock and a surprise.
But a good one.
Yeah, great one.
Vous avez compris, c'est all the best for you, right? Tant mieux for Tommen, right? And when you're crowned Lord of the 7 Kingdoms, right? They say, long may he reign, but nobody reigns for very long, right? On Game of Thrones. Personne, non, peut s'asseoir sur le trône de fer pendant longtemps dans cette série. Donc, on sait que quand ils disent que sa règne soit longue, il y a peu de chance, no? Il y a peu de chance. And of course, but as soon as you get this, the role, it must have been a very difficult role to play, though, because you come in there as someone who's very naive and immediately starts to get manipulated by Grandpa Tywin, right?
It was hard. It really was. I mean, not only was it hard playing a younger person than I am, like you say, constantly getting manipulated. I literally walk off set. Like, I mean, the days when you film, you literally spend like a 9-8 hour day on set, sometimes 12. And I'd walk off set and I'd feel so rubbish inside, like I'd just been walked all over, where I'd get into it so much and I'd be like, absolutely great, obviously, but I mean, yeah, Cersei scenes and Marjorie scenes with Tommen was always quite similar, because every scene that I had, every line they'd be trying to manipulate Tommen, so it's pretty much the same. But I learned a lot from Lena, where she's so subtle in how she acts, and everything's behind her eyes, the rage, the manipulation, everything's just so inside, and it's beautiful. I learned a lot from her. It's such a lovely woman also.
All right. Donc, tell us more about it.
Yeah, I mean, it was really difficult. I mean, great job. But it was. I mean, Tommen's a character that always, I mean, if you watch it, he's kind of a set-up character. I mean, after Tyrion goes from King's Landing, he's kind of the character that always sets up the next story of King's Landing. spoiler alert, he ends up joining with the faith, and he sets a lot of that up and trying to get Cersei away to Castle Rock. There's a lot of detail in there, and he is quite a key character, and it was hard to, again, playing someone that's so much younger than I am and so naive, and it was hard. He does. I think he does make some hard decisions, sending his uncle slash dad, away from home. But I mean, I think a lot of them decisions weren't his own. I think he only joined the faith just to make peace, because Tommen doesn't want to shed any blood. He don't want to cause any violence. He thinks if you can't beat him, you've got to join him. Right. And I think Kevin Lannister, who's Tommen's uncle, I think he had a lot to say about making these decisions. I think he was the one that was, doing the talking.
All right. Good man, right? And she's going to get the better of your character. So when you got the role, did you know that it was going, how long you would be on the show, death was coming? Tu dis quand il a eu le rôle, est-ce qu'il savait combien de temps son personnage allait survivre?
I didn't have a clue at all when or how Tommen was going to die. But I did know sort of in my own mind that Tommen was going to die, because he wasn't that sort of strong person that could, defend himself with a sword and kill people. So I knew he was going to die, but I didn't know how, I didn't know when. But I'm happy, spoiler alert, of his death.
You're happy?
I'm happy the way it came out. I'm happy he didn't get suffocated or poisoned or stabbed.
Right. He made his own decision.
Yeah, of course. I'm happy he made his own decision. And I'm happy with, the outcome.